Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Around the Block with Mr. Ken Ogle today as our guest. Okay, so before the break, I said I do have a video of my ferret, cat, and dog all playing together,
Yeah.
which I just took this the other night. So Everly, for my birthday, painted this beautiful painting that I'm getting ready to hang up, but it's in my living room right now. And it's going to go in my office. Anyway, so all of a sudden, all the pets were drawn to it and wanted to play around it. So here's our cat, Marie.
Okay.
Does it hit play yet? Play. There we go. And behind the painting is Socks, the ferret. Okay, there's Socks. And then, there we go. Okay, then, so our cat Marie jumps down. The ferret says, hey, wait for me. I want to keep playing. And there's Tulip, our dog. And so they all just have a great time together. It's like a little zoo at our house, but these are our three pets.
Well, the ferret's bigger than I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
She's actually really small for a ferret.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so my cat's really small. She's
I
a
thought
kitten
they were
still.
like mouse size or something. I'm not real familiar with my ferrets.
Yeah, so our cat Marie just climbed up the painting that Everly had just painted me, and I was like, oh, please don't shred it, like
Yeah,
slide
right.
down and shred it.
Yeah.
But it was just so cute that I had to get some video of it. So
That's
there
good.
they are.
Nice painting, by the way.
I know she's a great artist.
Yeah.
Both my kids are great artists.
Well,
But
that's
thank you.
cool.
I will tell her you said so.
Well, I had no idea ferrets were that big.
Yeah. So, but she looks big because my dog's small and my cat's a kitten.
Okay.
But she's small for a ferret. She probably weighs literally less than 2 pounds. She's like
Okay.
holding air.
Wow.
Yeah, but then you'll go to say Petland. They sell giant ferrets there that are like the size of otters. They're
Really?
huge.
Really?
Yes, and they're. I assume most of them are males because the males are bigger, and plus she was the runt of the litter. So
What do
um,
people do with a ferret that big?
it's just a house pet.
Really?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
potty train them.
What?
Not to use the toilet. Litter train, I should say.
But I mean, I didn't know they were smart like that.
Oh yeah, they're like little cats.
Really?
Yeah, and they're super playful. Like that's what they want to do all the time.
Never heard that before.
When I was 16, I got called home from high school to go home because the office told me your mother is sitting on the kitchen countertop because your ferret got out, and my mom was scared of the ferret. So I got home. I drive home and I walk in the kitchen, and she's looking down at my ferret, and he has his paws up on the cabinets looking up at her like he just wanted to play. That's all. And he loves chasing. Ferrets love to chase and be chased, and so he would chase her around.
Wow. That's great.
Yes, they're
Okay.
cute little pets.
Ferrets.
Ferrets. They do have a distinct smell. They've been descented, but they have a distinct smell to them. So
Yeah.
Anyway, there's that. So before you get one, you should know that. Okay,
Probably not happening.
considering you don't even have a dog or a cat.
No, not now. No.
Now, why is that?
I don't really know. Well, my yard now that I live in town, I don't really have a kind of fence that would hold them very well. I just have a rock wall around my house that's about 3 feet tall. Maybe a small dog or something, I guess. But I don't know. Just I had them for protection and noise out in the country. Although I had a really great what was it called? The kind of a mellow dog. Shoot.
Like a Labrador?
Yeah, like a golden retriever.
Golden retriever. Okay.
Yeah. Barry Sanders.
Was its name?
Yeah, remember my dog Barry Sanders?
No, I've never met your dog Barry Sanders.
A female.
Really?
Yes.
Why did you name her Barry Sanders?
My boys named her. My sons.
So what did you BS? Did you call her BS?
No, we called her Sanders.
Sanders.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. It's a great dog.
How long ago was that?
Oh gosh. 20 years ago at least. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. More than that, maybe 25 years ago.
Yeah. One of my favorite stories about you is that you survived a scorpion being in the cuff of your dress shirt.
Yeah, I did. That's true. Got right in there. I was getting my mail, reached in, pulled my mail out, and I saw the tail of the scorpion sticking right out of my shirt.
What did you just shake it, or what did you do?
No, I didn't just quickly shake it. I thought it might sting me, so I just opened the rest of my car. It was actually in this one, so I reached out and opened my truck door, and I just held my sleeve like that, and he fell out.
Oh, golly. Okay, so I've seen 2 live ones at my house, both outside. One on the back porch, one in the garage. And then a dead one in my garage and a dead one inside my house by the front door.
Yeah.
And I cannot. That's the thing. That is the. It's not an insect. It is what an arachnid or whatever it is. But like that is the thing that I
You
hate
really don't
most in the
like them.
world.
Yeah.
No, maybe sharks first, then that.
Okay. When we lived out in the country, we lived out by Arcadia. My wife stepped on one and it stung her. Yeah. You know whose fault it was?
Yours.
Of course.
Why?
I'm the husband. That's all. It's just it's the auto default. And
That's so funny.
yeah, it stung her. It was bad news, and yeah, she said it was the worst day of her life at the time. I said, "But you married me. How could it have been the worst day of your life?"
What did it feel like a wasp or what was it like?
I did not. I wasn't inquisitive that way. I was just trying to be nice about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why was it your fault?
Probably anything that gets in the house. You know, why don't you? Why aren't there bug killers or why isn't this trapped somewhere? The
Uh-huh.
routine.
Yeah.
Of course.
When I lived in Las Vegas, our neighborhood was plagued by Arizona bark scorpions. And they came in on palm trees from Arizona originally.
Oh,
And so when palm trees were imported to Vegas, um, and so we had three palm trees in our backyard. We also had a pool and they were attracted to water as well.
yeah.
And so we would go out with first of all, I talked to every, I want to say taxidermist, insecticide, what do you call it? Pest
Exterminator.
control exterminator. Thank you. I talked to every exterminator and they all said the same thing. We can spray, but they have a protective shell on them. So
Yeah,
if they
that's right.
walk through the spray, it's not going to kill
It
them.
doesn't do much for them.
No,
Yeah.
and so you have to go out and scorpion hunt, like Dog the Bounty Hunter or something. So we got a black light flashlight, and in one night around the house, we killed 11. And there was one inside the house that my dog was barking at. And they glow bright, bright, bright green with the black light
Oh,
flashlight, like
really?
they're neon green. Yeah,
Wow.
so they stand out from a mile away. Um, but yeah, oh gosh, there were so many in our house there. The thing about Arizona bark scorpions is they can be fatal if you have underlying health conditions.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
boy. Those
yeah,
sound tough.
they have neurotoxins in them.
Oh,
So
we just have the regular old, I don't know what they're called here, just regular old scorpions, I guess.
yeah, I mean, when let's just not import any palm trees. That'd be great.
Yeah. The problem is they like the heat of like your attic here.
Yeah.
They get in your attic and they'll like fall out of can lights.
Oh gosh. I know during new constructions they're always an issue.
Yeah.
Don't they like wood also?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Hmm.
I remember one time when we were building our house out at Lake Arcadia, uh, and I had my boys out there, and the house was just under construction. So we're sitting down in the woods, and I'm pointing things out, and they're young. I'm saying, now you boys need to be careful here in the woods. I'll keep you safe. I'll explain everything that's a danger here. And I'm telling them where all these things. And all of a sudden, one of my boys goes, Dad, what's that? And right next to him was like a big black scorpion. And
Oh,
I'm sitting here telling about all the things I need to be careful about out in the woods.
I didn't know we had those here, like the big ones.
It's pretty good size. Yeah, we've got black ones here.
Great. Now I have something else to be afraid of.
Oh, sorry about that. I don't know if they work in a black light or not, but yeah,
I don't know if those would or not.
yeah,
But you see those like Vegas had those out in the desert because that's what it is.
yeah,
Las Vegas is the valley of the desert. So
yeah.
we had everything out there
I bet.
in the Mojave. It was like rattlesnakes, Gila monsters, everything you could
Yeah.
think of. And then what did they kill? It was like an insect. There were wasps the size of like cicada killers,
Oh wow.
and they killed a specific thing. I don't remember. Anyway, it's just like if you're going to trek through the Mojave Desert, I would
That's
not advise it,
not a place to do it.
especially in 100-degree weather.
This all start with a scorpion in my shirt.
This all started with me showing a video of my cat, dog, and ferret
Oh yeah,
playing
that's right.
together, and
Okay.
then I said,
You-
one of my favorite stories is you with the scorpion, only because that's always stood out to me because I'm terrified of scorpions.
Yeah, I remember you've asked me about it on a number of occasions.
We've only worked together for 25 years.
Yeah,
I
no, it's true.
mean. Okay, want to get to this really quickly. Tariffs are raising prices on
Yes.
so many items right
Mhm.
now. And one of the things that you wouldn't think about are tombstones. And I
Yeah.
bet too that this also impacts if you're going to get your counters redone, if you're using granite.
Mm-hmm.
Granite tombstones, granite countertops have tariffs because in America you can only get three colors. You can get pink, You can get gray or you can get black speckled. So a lot of people order from overseas. A
Right.
lot of the funeral homes order from overseas. Um, once you pick out what you want, and so that is adding hundreds of dollars to the price tag. And so a lot of different funeral homes are speaking out about it. And one woman told us that she's even reached out to our legislators saying this should not be part of the tariffs. If it's a tombstone, a grieving family should not have to pay more.
Hmm.
She didn't hear back.
I could agree with that. Of course, they don't. Our state lawmakers,
Right.
they don't control. And to a degree, even our Congress people, those right now, it's been the president that's been imposing most of the tariffs. And although there are some questions about the legality of even that happening, whether the Congress gave him the right to do it. It used to be a congressional
Hmm.
responsibility to impose tariffs. And there are some that are saying we need to have that back. We need more than one voice deciding who gets tariffed, how much it is, that type of thing. So
Hmm. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting, and we'll see how long the tariffs
But
last
I'm with
before
you. A
they come up.
grieving family, come on,
Yeah, that should be
yeah,
a separate deal.
yeah,
Waive the tariffs on those things, but I don't know. I'm not in charge. She's actually paid the tariffs for a lot of her people because it takes months to get these tombstones in.
yeah.
And so she will tell them the price. She told them the price up front and made all these contracts with families, saying, for instance, it'll be $1,700. Then when
Right,
it comes in, it's like $2,000.
right.
So she pays that extra $300. She says in 2025 alone, so for 7 months, she's lost $5,000 already.
Hmm.
So
Golly,
it just adds up. It really does.
that's a lot of money for
Yes.
any business to try to absorb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, golly,
Okay, Ken.
unusual too.
Very unusual. Not something you think of.
Mm-mm.
Are you a coffee drinker?
Yes,
Me too. Do you like Starbucks coffee?
yes.
Me too.
Hmm.
There is one in Oklahoma that is closing, and we're going to tell
I don't
you.
actually go to the store. I just buy their coffee.
Oh, you buy their coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to tell you which one is closing. And also, we're going to talk about stamps.
Okay.
It's,
My,
it's,
my
it's,
wife goes to the store though.
I thought you were going to say, my wife collects
She
stamps.
doesn't know.
Okay. So coming up, which Starbucks in Oklahoma is closing and which classic stamp would you like to see make a comeback? You get to
Mm,
vote on it.
really?
We'll tell you more coming up.
Okay.